Hi guys, O Plus launched again a new groundbreaking smartphone, the O Plus Imagine. O Plus took a step again in introducing a smartphone that looks a lot different than its other brothers. O Plus Imagine has a refreshing look. It is crafted with a back-to-back glass design and has an anodized metal material on the sides. And you can clearly say just by now that this phone really looks gorgeous and stunning. Now we're looking at a smartphone that's trying to penetrate at a more high-end market. But does the O Plus Imagine got what it takes to impress those people with a steep taste? Let's figure it out in our full review. O Plus Imagine's design is way too different than other O Plus's handsets, and even far beyond with other competing handsets. The device is dressed by a back-to-back scratch-resistant glass, which some people mistakenly identify the device as a Sony Xperia device. At the front, you will see the 5-inch AMOLED Full HD display that is sandwiched with these beautiful thin bezels. You will also see the 5-megapixel camera at the top and the proximity and ambient light sensors. At the bottom, you will see these unfamiliar looking capacitive buttons. These are actually called the breathing light sensors, which we'll tackle more about later. At the back is where the 13 megapixel camera sits with the LED flash. And at the bottom, you will see the uniquely designed speaker grill. At the top is where you'll find the micro USB port, the 3.5mm headphone jack, and the noise cancellating microphones. At the left hand side is just the volume control, and at the right is the micro SIM card tray and the dock and power switch. The both sides of the O Plus Imagine is built with an anodized metal material, while the top and the bottom are just pure plastic. The materials used in the sides of the phone gives you a more premium feel while holding it, and it feels really exquisite and elegant. Well, O Plus redesigned the speaker grills. It's a lot more different than other handset these days. It's kinda similar on what the HTC One has. It has the same horizontal design, but on this one, the speaker looks more thin and sleek. So thin that it doesn't really add any profile on the device, which emphasizes more the device's glass-on-glass design. The device is probably one of the thinnest handsets that we have ever encountered. The phone doesn't feel large and bulky in our hands. And well, in fact, the phone feels surprisingly ultra thin and light. O Plus Imagine is packed with a 5-inch AMOLED Full HD display and has a 441 pixel per inch density. At first look, you would instantly see how strikingly beautiful its screen is. Having a 441 pixel per inch is one of the most impressive specifications that a smartphone would have these days. Some of the devices that has the same pixel density are the Galaxy S4 and the Sony Xperia Z1. The details on the screen looks very crisp and sharp, and the distance between each pixels are really hard to determine, not like with any other smartphone these days where the pixels can be seen instantly by the naked eye. The outer visibility on this device is quite impressive. We were still able to reply on some text messages while we're on a afternoon walk. Just make sure you max out the screen's brightness for some better sunlight legibility. The O Plus Imagine also offers a superbly thin bezels, which maximizes the screen size's potential of the device's size. The screen size is just perfect for any different interactions like typing a text or touching for gaming controls. No users with big hands like us should hardly adjust on the device's unusual size. Since the phone is ridiculously thin and sleek, you might fear that the phone may just slip out of your hands while doing a text or playing a game and just land on the evil floor. But installing the case, the one that comes in with the device, can increase ergonomics and will give you a chance of having a more secure grip on the device. The processing power that this device can deliver is just pretty much the same as what other smartphones with MediaTek 1.5 GHz quad-core processor can render. All the activities we've done were handled decently, but there is some remarkable lag and freezing at some time. But the thing is, these glitches just come and go instantly. Multitasking is also a pleasure on this device. Switching from different games to different social networking apps can be flawlessly done with the help of its 2GB of RAM. The device is also packed with a PowerVR 544MP GPU, which is great for gaming and watching high-def movies. While Antutu benchmark garnered us a score of a 15,000 plus, which is just a fairly decent score for a device with this particular processor. The Oplas Imagine runs Android 4.2.1 Jelly Bean out of the box, and we're quite disappointed that this device only runs this version of Android, as many of the devices being launched today are being packed with Android 4.3 or, if luckily, Android 4.4 KitKat. Though Oplas supports over-the-air updates, we're still not quite sure if there would be an upcoming update, so don't get your hopes up. Nonetheless, Android 4.2.1 still runs decently on this device. Oplas offers an almost full Android experience. Almost all of the apps included are some of Android's best native Android apps. Oplas didn't preloaded some manufacturer-made apps that eats up a very large amount of memory like what Samsung's TouchWiz have. Though, Oplas did some slight modification on the Android's natural look. First thing that you would notice is that the device is themed in red. It made the device look a little bit more alluring and foxy. And besides, it's Oplas's favorite color. The notification tab at the top has also been revamped. All received notification at the same time can be just presented by just a one single icon. It really is convenient as it minimizes the clutter on the notification tab. Though, it would really be quite annoying to initially see what or where did your notification came from. One of the key features that makes Oplas stand out on the competition is its very own air shuffle technology. The technology's performance and features are still the same compared to other Oplas's handsets. Camera capture, music control, gallery browsing, and FM radio surfing are a fun experience with this feature. The capacitive buttons are hidden and only shows up when you interact with them. The buttons are portrayed by a horizontal light, which is called breathing light. There are a lot of features that the breathing light can do. These are being a notification indicator, home screen activator or deactivator, or being a shortcut button. The breathing light blinks when you receive any notifications like SMS, Facebook messages, or Twitter notifications. And the light also interacts when you plug in your charger. Breathing light also has a knock-knock feature. When you double tap or doing a knock-knock gesture on the breathing light, the lock screen turns on or off. Probably one of the best features of the breathing light is being a quick launcher app. Sliding it from left to right will launch a specific app, and sliding it vice versa will launch also a different app. What app to launch can be configured on the settings menu. Since the Oplas Imagine runs a full Android experience, the camera apps feature are almost the same in any other Android smartphone. One feature probably that differentiates the Oplas devices to other brands is their iconic and selfie-friendly air shuffle camera capture, where you just have to hover your palm at the top part of the screen to capture photos. The device is also capable of full HD video recording, touch capture, and taking photos while recording. The quality of the photos we've took looks gorgeous, but for a 13MP camera, it's still just an average performer. The photos we've took looks well detailed with the right and accurate colors, but what disappoints us is that there is a lot of visible noise in the photos, and the images are a little bit more washed out than expected. Taking photos on no light condition is also surprisingly impressive on this device. You should expect a bunch of noise or grains that is included in the photos, but the details or subject on the pictures are still decently captured and projected. Recording HD videos is also quite disappointing on this device. The quality of videos that we have recorded on this one is quite the same as the quality of the still images that this device can make. Again, those disappointing noises and lack of vibrancy are still present. Another selfie-friendly feature of this device is its 5-megapixel front-facing camera, which take not only good photos but also decent videos. Watching videos or any other high-definition movies is probably one of the preeminent features of this device. The ultra-thin bezels really maximizes the device's display capability, and the impressive viewing angles will help you enjoy those beautiful movies and videos with your friends. Also, here in this section is where the notable speaker design shines. The horizontal construction of the speaker means the outgoing sound to be blocked by your hands, as all of us has a different manner of holding a phone while watching a movie. The Oculus Imagine handled games like GTA San Andreas and Modern Combat 3 impressively well on medium to high settings. Thanks to its Power VR 544MP GPU, there were clearly unnoticeable lags and pixel density were still tight and crisp. But one trouble that we have encountered is how the phone performs in racing-type games. We have tried some popular racing apps like Asphalt 8 and Real Racing 3. The first few races that we have played on the both apps were just banned with a big amount of annoying lags, But the mystery is, as we patiently played this game for quite some time, the bulkiness just went away. And we're not just quite sure if it's just a break-in thing on the processor, or just a glitch on the phone's GPU, though we are still expecting its fix on the later software updates. The built-in web browser on the Oculus Imagine is no small time. Oculus managed to pack it with features that really can give you a high-end browsing experience. Some unique features that the built-in browser has is the ability to save a web page for offline reading, and also quick controls. Quick controls give you an instant access to the browser's controls. You just have to tap and hold either the left or right edge of the screen, which is perfect for one-handed browsing. Social networking apps like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram looks gorgeous on this device. The Oculus Imagine's beautifully crafted design helps you browse those social feeds with ease and will not let you stiff your hands. Texting and calling on the Oculus Imagine is a real delight. Android's native keyboard always feels nice to type on, but it's in the ergonomics of doing a two-handed operation that this phone falls short a bit. Or maybe, we just really have big hands. As what we have said, the phone's sleek and sexy design really gave us an awkward feeling while operating it with two hands, particularly while texting. But that said, the phone feels perfect when you use it single-handedly. Even people with short fingers can enjoy typing on this beautiful phone without having to worry that the other edge of the keyboard is unreachable. Call quality is just a decent performer on the Oculus Imagine. The unique earpiece design gives a scattered sound, so wherever you place the device on your ear, the speaker won't be blocked and you can still hear the person you are talking to. But we still don't prefer the standard traditional earpiece design, as its tiny small build is aligned directly to your eardrums, and basically just throws the sound directly to your ears and gives a more better sound quality. People may be disappointed when they first see the spec sheet of this device, as the Oculus Imagine is only packed with a 2000 mAh battery, which is compared with the other devices at this level that had a 2300 mAh up to 2600 mAh. But during our experience with it, battery life has never been a problem, and the device still manages to live up throughout the whole day with a moderate use. Casual gaming and watching one full-length movie on a single charge can be enjoyed on this one, and you don't have to worry that your device will run out of juice before you can get home. The phone can do you an almost 8 hours to 12 hours of service from light to moderate use, which is almost the same amount of hours that most of us people stay outside to go to work or go to school. But for heavy usage like hardcore gaming or having a mobile movie marathon, expect the battery life to last only for about 4 hours to 6 hours. Being the first device with this exquisitely high-end build and design on the competition, this is probably one of the Oculus's biggest milestone achievement. The Oculus Imagine's glass-on-glass design with anodized aluminum side finish is an eye candy, and it always makes people mistakenly identify this phone as a Sony Xperia model. But still, there are quite some disappointments that the O Plus Imagine has. First will be the glitch that its processor have. Second would be its mediocre camera performance. And lastly, its half-day battery life. But as what we have experienced on this device, these shortcomings have been covered up by the device's superbly sleek and elegant design, unique features like breathing light under shuffle, beautiful and large display, and its neat, stock Android experience. Now, to finally answer the question that set the objective of this review, does the O Plus Imagine got what it takes to impress those people on the higher market? Well, the answer really depends. First, if you're a person that is in the bandwagon of people that's a big fan of good-looking phones and cool features, then you should really check out this phone. But if you're a person who has extreme needs like hardcore gaming, heavy app user, and do things that requires demanding processing power, then you might have to see something else because this phone is definitely not for you. So, does the O Plus Imagine justify its hefty price tag? It sure is that this phone has a beautiful face which is packed with cool features and decent performance. But the 18,995 pesos is still a bit too steep. There are still some drawbacks on this device to be hailed as a smartphone with such prestige price tag. Though we could possibly 100% recommend this phone, but it would only happen if they would slash the heavy price tag. Nonetheless, if you're a person who wants to step up from using an all-plastic cheap-looking device, then this phone is considerably worth checking out. This has been NoypiGeeks.com's full review of the O Plus Imagine. Thank you for watching.